Good morning. This is Nanka Metcalf with TradeOutloud.com. Welcome to my pre-market bias for major future indices, gold and oil for today, Tuesday. It is November 8th, and it is 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time. So let's start with YM. Yesterday we did have a bullish move in the New York session and a retracement that came in later in the day with another snap to the upside, challenging the 18,200 area, trying to clear the daily resistance. And this is what is very, very important. So right now on the daily chart, we are trying to break above the 18,200 area, trying to break above um, probably about 2 to 3 weeks of highs at that level. So it's going to be a tough area moving higher. So last night I hosted a webinar, How to Trade the New York Open, and actually we talked about this pullback that occurred, and we were expecting a pullback into the 18,116 area. However, the pullback was milder, and we visited the 18,130 area where we found support, and we broke again higher into the 18,200 area. Mild pullback throughout the night, and stable price stabilizing here at 18,158. Now, let me tell you one thing. I don't think I'm going to trade today. In fact, right after I finish this recording, I'm going to head out and go vote. So for those of you that still want to see what's happening in the market, I think it's way too early at 9:30 to be taking a trade. However, these are my parameters for today. As long as 18,158 is going to hold, we're going to see another leg higher, but the other leg higher is not going to come unless we test the 18,184 area. So be long over 18,184 and a protective stop below 18,158. This is going to be my bias. The first target you're going to have into 18,200, and the next target, the next fluidity target that you're going to have is going to be 18,281. So if we're going to have a bullish move throughout the day today, expect the following follow through. So we do have room to move higher, about 80 points from 80 to 100 points void all the way from this trigger price. If we break lower, look for a short, but aggressive traders as well. So I'm not going to be overly aggressive on shorts, but a short is possible, but only under 18,157 with a target, with a first target into 18,130 and the secondary target into 18,120 and 18,115. Obviously possible follow through into 18,100 and 18,050. We're going to see how that's going to shape up tonight. I think that the volatility is going to come in the later hours. So after 3 or 4 p.m., remember from 4 to 6 p.m. we have these indices that are going to go on and off. New trading day starts at 6 p.m. I think that's when the volatility is going to increase for today's trading. Now, keep in mind that sometimes the platforms are not keeping up with price, so careful trading. But for the rest of the morning, I think we're going to hover into this area, and I think that 18,159 is probably going to hold support level. And again, like I said, look for a long only over 18,184. Let's take a look at ES. And ES has started to shape up really nicely, and I have not traded ES for the majority of the year, but now it's escaping to the upside, and it has a really nice pattern to it. So we're gonna visit ES more often. So it ran into resistance. So yesterday, again, beautiful move to the upside, broke above prior areas of minor resistance, and it actually made a high here at 2130.75. It retraced in the early overnight session all the way into 8 p.m. 8 to 9 p.m. Found a bottom here at 2121, which was one of our targets yesterday. 2120 was our target for the high, and it moved again higher into 3 a.m. From 3 a.m. we did have another move to the downside. We do have a possible retracement that can happen all the way into 2121 area. So we do have a little slide to the downside. However, it's going to be really hard to trade right now. If I was to be bullish for this morning, and like I said, I'm not going to touch anything this morning, but if I was to be bullish, I would look for a long position only over 2127. This is going to be my line in the sand today. I'll be bullish only if the price is going to go to 2127 and trigger that area. For a support level, however, you're going to look for a stop below this 2124 level. You can see that the price is sliding a little bit lower into this area. Probably is going to retest again the 2121 area, maybe 2120 area. If we get a break below 2121 area, we do have a considerable void to continue lower all the way target 2112. So this is my game plan for today. But remember, we do have a series of higher lows in the ES. So if we're going to retest this area 2121, we are still going to be bullish. So we can still look for a bounce right here into this area. However, we are slightly red for the day. You can see here that we are 0.29% lower on the day. But if we hold this area, another move to the upside is possible. Aggressive traders can actually look to buy off support area 2121.50 and have a very tight stop 2121.0 for a possible run higher, and your target is going to be, first target is going to be 2123, and your second target is going to be 2126. Third target is going to be 2130. However, I like to take it with confirmation, and especially today. Let's visit NQ. Okay, so NQ stronger, holding just like YM. We have a confluence of moving averages right here that are trying to capture price, and price is holding up really well. So we did have a retracement, and we do have a support level that is being set from the overnight session at 47.58, and so far this low is holding. So as long as this low is holding, we do have a chance of running higher. Let's not forget one thing, that we made a high here over 47.80 area. We came back, and then this high that we managed to make in the Asian session didn't challenge the prior high, so it kind of stabilized here at 47.75, and it's trying to retrace a little lower. So we're going to see how the price is going to behave at this at this level of 47.63. If 47.63 is going to hold, it's currently trading right now 47.64.75. If we're going to have price holding this area, we're going to probably watch a bounce up. I wouldn't be long unless it breaks 47.74, and this 47.74, 47.75, this is going to be for a long bias. Other than that, I'm not going to touch this NQ trade. It could possibly retrace into 47.58 into this area, but this is way too early right now to determine. So it's very, very choppy. So I, for one, like I've mentioned before, am not going to take a trade off the open, especially today. Let's visit GC, and GC, part of the plan is that if the market is going to come in crashing in the late hours tonight, this is a trade that you will look for a long, and possibly you could either use it for a trade on its own or a possible hedge. I love the way it is setting up on the daily chart, and this is for me a possible swing. So if we get a retracement all the way into 1277, even in this area of 1281, 1284, 1285 area, this can be a possible long right here. But again, you have to have a lot of patience. This is going to be more of a swing trade. And remember, I called GC long in this area at 1254, and we did reach our target. Actually, we exceeded our target because my target was 1300, and it managed to make to go 10 points higher than my target. So beautiful move to the upside. This is another opportunity right here. This is another opportunity. So we're going to have to see how the market is going to react. If we're going to get a bullish reaction in the indices, we might have a continuation higher we might have a continuation lower in GC. So if market higher, GC lower, and the other way around. If we're going to have the market lower, we're going to look for GC higher. So we're going to see how much the market has priced in our new president. So with that being said, no day trade for GC, and I'm going to move to CL. And CL is coming in a little bit right now. It's bouncing off these, and this is a daily chart. It's bouncing off these multiple bottoms right here at 43.58. And if we're moving to the hourly chart, we can see that it's trying to slide higher. However, it's really trying to change the trend here. We have three higher highs, and we have a bottom and two higher lows so far. So today's story, if we break above $44.90, this is going to be my threshold for which I'm going to look higher. So price breaks 44.90. I'm going to look to go long all the way into this prior high of 45.27. This is going to be my target, and I'm going to look for further targets into 45. And this can also be a part of a swing trade. So it has a lot of resistance at this point. $45, $45.25, $45.30 has a lot of resistance, but once it breaks above this area, and if it should break above this area, we should see another continuation higher. And the next target is going to be, wow, $46.58. So it has a lot of room to the upside. So I'm going to keep my eyes on this as well. Remember, no aggressive trades as of right now. This was all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll hope to see you tomorrow, same time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. And I hope you all have a very profitable trading day and happy voting day.